Demons say that the soul of a man is a commodity. They forgot one thing. The human condition is not predictable. It's a messy, loud meatball. A soul is the taste of real garlic. It is the roar of the crowd. It is the meat sweat on your brow. This St. Joseph's Day, get ready to manja with all this from a slice of Gabagool. John, I need to be brutally honest with you again this week. After all this time, after seeing all the perfect meatballs, the pristine Italian porcelain, the immaculate gelato, I'm starting to feel like I'm living in a really beautiful, extremely delicious, but fundamentally flawed beta test.
Okay. You've gone from loving my phone to questioning the entire nature of joy. And in a couple of weeks, that's a pretty big leap, Harry. So what is the problem? Is it the pacing? Is it the repetitive nature of garlic life? Is the sauce just too good for optimal consumption?
No, it's the system, John. It's the harvest itself. We saved Grandma. We defeated Juliano, but that was just like a patch update. We solved the bug, but the core operating system is still flawed. And that system, it thinks human passion is inefficient. It thinks the messy, glorious, gut-busting passion is just unoptimized labor.
I get it now. You're talking about our 9th feature film, The Hustle is Weird. And basically, the demons aren't just monsters. They're the final boss of capitalist consumerism. They're the sentient manifestation of synergy.
Exactly. This week, we're going to learn that the demons from The Hustle is Weird weren't just stealing the souls, John. They were also siphoning the flavor profile out of everyday existence. And now they're back and turning the spice of life into low-resolution, generic, low-saturation beige. And the ultimate proof of that tyranny is the subtle way that we, humanity, are settling for something less than the divine, messy masterpiece that we are.
Well, to quote my therapist, that's enough existential dread over the meatball. We've got a movie to make. Today we're turning all this from a slice of Gabagool from New Jersey Beer Company and Off-Script Brewing into an epic war against the very concept of adequate existence. And also, this is a sequel to The Hustle is Weird.
Woohoo, a sequel! But wait, are we finally admitting that life is basically a giant, over-leveraged stock offering with no real long-term vision?
Yes, we are. But this week we may have finally found the answer, the cure. The one ingredient, the one glorious, unschedulable element that forces the ultimate harvest that life should be to taste human again.
Beer?
No. Well, yes, but that's not what I'm talking
Jeez.
about. Still no.
Those are all my guesses. I can't imagine.
Passion. Passion is that ingredient.
Yeah, passion for like cheese and beer. That's what I'm saying.
Don't act like a gabagool.
Okay, fine. I get it. Now we've got to find a way to make the magic that is passion into a sequel that can live up to the original. So cheers to Shane, who checked this beer in, and to Josh, the boy who dared to get out from behind a greasy deli counter and start taking down all the rug demons he could in our original film. And also, I'm sorry in advance for my horrible Italian accent that you're going to be forced to experience once again during today's show.
Forget about it. To everyone at home, put down that bland metric and brace your brain for a blast of flavor for film. This is all this from a slice of Gabagool.
Gabagool. Look, it's here. The internet home, the digital bunker, the place where we finally bother to put all the chaotic beer choices and half-baked cinematic visions into one semi-functional site. It's called the Mothership. Don't ask why it's not called the Garage.
You can browse everything. We've got our entire backlog of deeply weird, emotionally compromised 90s nostalgic-drenched short films. You can play a browser game that looks suspiciously like it was designed in Microsoft Paint. And of course, there is the Vault.
Oh, yeah. You can vote. You actually can. Go cast your vote for the next killer beer because we're picking the absolute masterpiece to feature in film number 50. Go vote in the Vault. It's fine. The site is fine. Just a heads up. We've got Easter eggs, glitches, if you will. And if you're looking for something incredibly obvious, like typing John, there's a 7% chance the site will just give you a polite 404 existential dread message.
Go find out why we're the podcast that pretends to care about the quality of your feed. We're the cyber symphony of the unmatched. We are the buttered ham of storytelling. Now go before you change your mind and tell us that it's just a glorified list of weird videos. We've got a movie to make coming up right now.
Act 1. Put the meatball in your mouth.
And this movie begins with Act 1. If you find yourself wondering about the backstory, go scroll through the feed that you're on and check out our 9th feature film, The Hustle is Weird. But this one is inspired by, I'm going to say Tony Soprano, who just has a panic attack after eating a slice of Gabagool, realizing that his childhood trauma is still plaguing him. And
deep.
Yeah, right? His Soprano was a deep man.
Yes, he was.
And there's going to be no reference to the Sopranos in this.
No, there's not. Other than right now.
But I'm pretty sure that's where the name of this beer comes from.
That makes sense.
In this world, the name of this beer inspired what was a natural sequel to The Hustle is Weird. It featured Josh, the man that checked this beer in, working at an Italian deli and eventually battling demons that were rolled up in rugs. And Josh was also a baseball player in that movie. So catch me up, Harrison. This is a sequel, so it happened sometime after our first movie. What's going on in the world of Josh today?
Yeah, let's do that. So, and again, if you want the whole backstory, listen, The Hustle is Weird. It's one of our favorites. It's worth it. Trust us.
Harry's first Italian accent live on the air, and it was great.
Yeah, it was something. It was memorable. So now we're, let's say, like 6 months after the end of that movie. The movie ends well, and Josh, who, as John mentioned, was kind of a would-be baseball star. His life gets derailed. He has this side quest that is The Hustle is Weird, gets back on his feet again, and that movie kind of ends with him heading off to the minor leagues to go chase his dream again. And so here he is doing it as this movie kicks off, and he's kind of, Josh is like living in the fast lane. He's a rising star in some like AA team that we'll call whatever, or AAA. I don't know anything about baseball. Great,
it's one step below, one step below the majors.
It's the major in A. It's a single A. I don't know. I know very little about baseball.
That's going to be fun.
Surprisingly. Or maybe not so surprisingly. But yeah, he's in a minor league baseball team. We're going to call them the Cleveland Angels because we are in Mentor, Ohio, right outside of Cleveland. And the Cleveland Angels are a field team for the Yankees. And I think Josh is about to do something pretty cool in his first season here. He's about to break the home run record, like halfway through the season. The All-Star break is about to hit when this movie...
The AA All-Star break.
Yes, that also probably doesn't exist.
Oh, no, it does in this world. I love it. They meet at a TGI Friday.
That's right. Exactly right. They get a half day off and they spend it in a Greyhound bus station. But so that All-Star break is happening, and it's giving Josh some time to return to his hometown, Mentor, Ohio, where The Hustle is Weird took place. And this year, his hometown of Mentor, Ohio, is hosting the mid-season minor league all-star dinner, John, as well. And of course, Josh is invited.
MLASD.
The hottest ticket in town if the carnival's not around is what they say. And it's not. So it is. It's the place to be in Mentor, Ohio for one afternoon in a budget banquet hall somewhere probably near a truck stop. But anyway, Josh is excited about it. Obviously, his life is on the up and up. He's finally gotten back on the track he got derailed from. So things are looking great for him. Now he's coming home, and he's kind of expecting his homecoming to be a little more maybe triumphant, like over overcame not only an injury that he sustained, but beating a bunch of demons, getting his life back together.
Take me back before we get back to, I want to know more about, like, paint me a picture of Josh's, like, I want to open this movie showing Josh as a AA minor league baseball all-star,
as they say.
Like, take me to, like, the last game before the break.
Let's do
Who's
that.
he playing?
Yep. Yes. Okay. Here we go. And I think that's where the movie should open up. Put us right in the action of the excitement of a baseball game.
Excitement. You could it's exciting.
Oh, that's right. It's exciting if you've only ever seen golf. So we'll do that. We'll take a few steps back in time, and we're in the stands at a Cleveland Angels game. It's, as you said, the last one before the All-Star break. It's the top of the ninth, which means the game's almost over.
Good job.
Josh will be batting third, and I wanted to kind of start with the hubbub and the hustle and bustle of a minor league game. Yep, there's a whatever that is, organ somewhere. Someone's throwing up in the stands. A child's crying about a dropped hot dog.
The mascot spraying fuzzy string everywhere onto the fans.
That's right.
Fans are holding lightsabers because it's Star Wars night.
Bored, right? Okay, got it. It's Star Wars night.
It's leave your kid at the stadium night.
That's right. Some old lady gets the fuzz from the mascot in her hair, which causes her to turn with a cigarette in her mouth and light another old lady's hair on fire. So now there's someone putting an old lady
up on the kiss cam.
Excited to be on the camera, missing the fact that her head's on fire. So it's lots of fun. I've been to a couple of minor league baseball games. They are fun. A lot of mascot fights and hot dogs. So nothing wrong with that. A great way to spend the afternoon.
It's not much different than going to a Costco.
Depending on when. Yeah, certainly on a holiday weekend. Yes, there's a lot of old ladies on fire there. Okay, so, and a lot of hot dogs. But yeah, so Josh is coming up at bat. He's batting third. But I want the first time we kind of zero in on him and see him to be him kind of maybe digging through his bag, and he grabs what we recognize right away as the audience as his lucky baseball out, which, if you remember, or if you don't know,
blessed by the local priest.
That's right. This baseball was blessed by the local priest in The Hustle is Weird. He used the power of the blessed baseball to defeat Juliano, the evil demon, at the end of The Hustle is Weird.
Still got a little bit of red sauce on it.
I was going to say something like that, some sauce on it. Maybe it's always a little smoky, or the threads are a little coming out of it. Easily identifiable for Josh. So he grabs it, holds it for a minute like anyone would with a lucky totem, and centers himself before he heads out to bat, puts it back in his bag, puts his helmet on, grabs a bat, and he's like, Josh, you're up next. And he's in there in the whatever the batter up. What's the circle they all stand
on deck? Yeah, he's on.
He's out there.
He's on. It's probably a lot of slangs for it. In the hole.
I think you're right, John. That's the word I was looking for. And so he's on deck now, waiting to go on, trying to stay in the zone, but. This is minor league baseball, as we said. A big part of it is mascots. Also, a big part of it is going to be name calling and taunting.
Lots
and
of trash talking.
There we go.
Baseball.
Trash talking, smack talking.
Swing, better.
That's right. You play ball like a girl.
Exactly.
So that stuff, but the adult version of it. So I want I think we should introduce for Josh a character on the other team who doesn't like him and is trying to get in his head, John. By the way, they're playing the Altoona Casseroles, which
perfect.
It's not a real team, but it really should be. If you know why, because of puns.
Altoona Casserole. I get it now. I get it so much more now.
Deliciously bad. But I want him to have like a guy on that team who's trying to get into Josh's head, and you're the name guy, John. So give me a name for this Altoona Casserole guy who's yelling "swing bada," or whatever he's going to yell at Josh.
The person in second place for this home run. Run that Josh is having.
Okay.
I almost want to say Larry Lons, but that's too on the nose. We're going to give him a minor league baseball name. And his dad runs a used car shop in Altoona.
Of course he does. He's a sponsor of the
Bunchage Buick.
Bunchage Buick.
So Josh's rival in this game is Todd Bunchage. Todd Bunchage.
Come down to Bunchage Buick and I'll give you a handful of good deals.
Yeah. Colloquially around the name, they just call him Bunchage Shit. Todd, you bunch of shit. Your mom has a bunch of, never mind, casseroles in her mouth.
Perfect. Okay. So Todd Bunchage is trying to get in Josh's head, saying things like, what's a has-been, always a has-been. You're the definition of beginner's luck. Go back to making pizza, you loser. And maybe saying cooler, scarier things. But
that could be it. That could be all Todd's got. Every minor league baseball player has at least one actual full-time job that they do as well.
Exactly right.
But you do get picked on. Like everyone knows Josh works at an Italian deli. I don't know. I feel like that should be masculine, but sometimes you get picked on no matter what.
Exactly right. It's hard to know what'll get you picked on in life. So just do what you love, folks.
Your dad was home to eat dinner with you every night, you loser.
Exactly. I can't believe we knew your name. I've never seen. Mine's in love with the Buick. Don't even make him anymore.
He has 3 secretaries and no salesman.
That's right. We're so far in the hole. He hasn't been home in years.
He's great. My dad's so much better than your dad.
Please buy a Buick. That's all their commercials are, just him pleading. I have 3 families to feed. Okay. Anyway, so back to the game. So the pitch. So Josh is up. The pitch is in. He swings. Bam! It's a hit. Obviously, high to right field. It's got a motor on it, as they say.
Oh, she's purring.
She's purring. She's cruising. She looks like a comet or a rocket or
is
something.
Josh
cool.
standing there at home plate, kind of watching it, or is he running the bases?
He's probably starting. He knows. He knows as soon as he connected with it that it's gone. I mean, he's hit however many home runs is a lot of home runs
17.
at this point. Sure. And it's cruising, and I wanted to go like out of the park into the parking lot and then smash in the back of Todd Bunch's brand new Buick LeSabre.
Yes.
Right there. And of course it takes the entire back windshield off. It
with the only tinted window.
Yeah. Right. Oh my gosh. And the crowd cheers. Todd kind of collapses in a defeated heap. And Josh to Todd as he's running the bases like, it was sandwiches, you dickhead. But if you need help making some money to buy yourself a new Buick, I can hook you up with a pizza delivery job. I know a guy. And Todd's redder than a tomato, and his team's holding him back.
Well, folks, history happened here tonight. That's Josh O. tied the home run record for the All-Star break.
That's right. Yes. And so Josh and the team are all smiles, and I want, like, maybe we see this, a couple of MLB scouts are clearly in the stands, and they kind of give Josh a nod and walk away. But
we could probably get Jose Canseco to play one of them.
Absolutely, we
for
could.
sure.
Who I mentioned
with an athletics hat.
I think was one of the 3 baseball players I know exist. So they definitely could call him up.
He's a scout for the AAA team, not for an MLB team, but he is Jose Canseco.
He is Jose Canseco, which counts for a lot. And so obviously Josh is riding on cloud 9. All the hard work's paying off, and probably says something as they're celebrating in the showers, whatever, like, perfect. I got a week off. I'm gonna put my feet up, eat as many sandwiches as Paulie can make me. And that's kind of the first scene of the movie, but I think we jump right back into the deli because people are going to want to see the deli, John.
Oh yeah,
they want to see Josh.
That's why they bought the ticket.
Right, they want to see Josh doing well, but they want to get into this deli and see what's humming and hawing and happening, and smell the smell of meats and all the other stuff that happens at a deli. So let's jump there right away. Later that night, the next day, whatever. It's instantaneous in the movie.
Yeah. Cut right to a familiar scene. We already got the set built from Hustle is Weird.
Of course, that's done. But tell me about it, John. What are we seeing in the deli? Paint the picture.
I think we start with a very busy deli scene. Maybe it's because they killed all the demons. Maybe it's just because it's the best food you can get in Menor, Ohio. Right. It's busy, and we're introduced to a new guy on the line, Shane, who checked this beer in. Shane, we're going to try and right into this one, but
it's kind of the Josh stuff. But we're going to do what we can.
You're already working in the deli, so
yes, you're in.
He's got his name tag on. It says Shane. It says I'm new here.
Please don't throw Gabagool at me.
People are yelling Gabagool, Gabagool. He's like, is that Capicola?
Right.
Do you mean Capicola? because it's spelt Capicola,
Right.
but you're
What are
saying
they yelling at
Gabagool.
me?
Yeah, Gabagool. Okay,
Yes.
okay. You look like an Irish. You got red hair and freckles, buddy. But so Shane's dealing with the busyness of this deli.
Yes.
We zoom. The cameras. It's a one shot. The camera's moving out. We
Yep.
see Paulie sitting out front, sipping his espresso, still looking over at Shane, like, he's not drowning. He'll do okay. Right. And I there's also, you see, like, as we get into the deli, I'm going to be director of photography on this film.
Of course, John.
And we go from the bright AA baseball scene
Yes.
to Mentor, Ohio, where
Yes.
the colors are just a lot more muted here.
Okay.
Like, instead of the Gabagool looking bright red, like cured ham, it's almost like beige. Like, everything's kind of beige. Everything is the color of garlic, which is adorned in the deli. There might not even be a ceiling. It's just knotted ropes of garlic bulbs hanging everywhere.
From somewhere, yeah.
The deli is slammed, is what I'm trying to say.
Got it. Love that. Of course, why wouldn't it be? You got the smell of fresh garlic in the air. Shane's loving his job, even though he's kind of freaking out. But I like this. I like painting this picture of the deli is buzzing and seems like the busiest place in town. But maybe outside of the deli, it is a little bit quieter, calmer, grayer than usual. But for now, the focus is the deli, the fun that's happening there, and that everyone, when they're in there, seems to light up, and that's great. It's what a great deli should be. We're with a smile. Hey, how are you? Talk about the pictures on the wall or whatever. Shocks the new kid and with a complicated order. Get some joy out of life.
2 Gabagool.
Oh my God, can we do that?
Do you want? Is it on one bread, or are you asking for 2 sandwiches?
Exactly, just yelling.
Sir, please speak less broken Italian English.
Help me. Do you have money for this? People are just leaving, boss, and leaving. They're not paying. You know these people? Paulie's just laughing, right? Sipping his espresso by the door. I love it. And so it could be maybe like Shane's first day. That'd be funny, where he's just like swamped for a busy weekend, and just probably lets him live in the trenches a bit to earn his stripes. And I think to kick this movie off, now that we've done a little bit of the catching up, Josh is doing well, the deli's okay, Paulie's good. We're going to throw them into their next adventure. And it could start like that night, Shane and Paulie taking the garbage out, shutting down for the evening, and they hear like a rustling in the back alley. So Paulie,
kitty?
of course, in this alley and in this town, John, you don't assume a kitty, you assume a demon.
It is Mentor, Ohio.
Right, but also you just destroyed them all a couple months ago, so maybe it is a kitty. But that doesn't stop Paulie from grabbing his garlic rope and his butcher knife and following Shane out back. And it's not a cat. They encounter kind of a man in a long duster, creepily moving around like he's made of just bones, which Shane thinks is weird, but Paulie identifies as, holy crap, this is a demon. And this creature is trying to get into the basement of Paulie's deli. And so, maybe Paulie's trying to sit there and think about a plan, and Shane just bum rushes this guy and is like, get away from that window, you son of a bitch.
He just thinks it's a derelict.
Right, exactly.
It's Christopher Lloyd in a black trench coat.
That's right. If he poops in the basement, I'm cleaning up the poop. I got to get this guy out of here. I'm covered in meat. I need to get home and shower. I'm not dealing with hobo poop. Right, so Shane's motivated, as one would be, by not having to clean up poop, but unfortunately ends up in a tussle with a demon. His first. So it's been a heck of a first day for Shane.
And the demon's here for a reason, right? Like,
yeah.
the demon's out, like, is he coming to plant something into the basement? Is he coming to investigate? Is he just going to try and kill everyone with a car bomb?
Right, yeah. Good point.
Deli bomb.
Right, he's not in here for the usual reason. Not trying to break in, not trying to steal money, not trying to steal food. Demons don't care about that stuff, as Paulie and we all know. I think what this demon is there for, and it can even happen in this battle, is like Paulie pulls Shane off the demon, and the demon's face lights on fire, and Shane poops his pants, It's like, well, someone's cleaning poop tonight. Regardless, Paulie fights him off with the garlic for a little bit. But as that's happening, the demon's like, why isn't it working? And I must check. And it's trying to almost like fight through Paulie to the basement, like a rabid dog, like fixed on a bone down there. Yours is the only one that's not working. And it's yelling through kind of flames coming out of its mouth, trying to push Paulie away as the garlic kind of burns it a little bit. And I think as it knocks Paulie down and turns to maybe the demon give Paulie the final blow, Josh emerges from the shadows and in a swift motion pulls out what looks like almost a sparkling baseball bat from his bag, gives the demon a solid smack, and it explodes into dark smoke and goo, screaming into the night. And they're all sitting there a little shocked. This demon leaves behind almost nothing except, let's have it leave behind the piece of paper that, as we see a little bit later, has some X's on it. They seem kind of random, but that's not anyone's concern right now. It's let's get Paulie up, the demon's back, holy crap. And then also like, holy crap, Josh, you're back. So there's a lot of emotions in this scene.
Shane's starstruck.
And Shane is also full of poop in his pants.
Oh my God, you're Josh?
Right, exactly.
Not he's a baseball fan. He's a deli fan.
That's right.
You served me my first focaccia.
Perfect. Yes. There we go. Yeah, Shane's a hardcore deli fan. That's what got him the job. Baseball. What's that? I'm here for the bread. The ciabatta. You got the best panini in town. So love it. And then Paulie also was like, Josh, you're back. And Josh says something cool like, can't you guys have all the fun? And what the hell was that? I thought they were gone. To Paulie, oh God, we gotta do Paulie's voice.
They are, kid. That's the first one we've seen since last summer. But I should be asking, what the hell is that? He says, pointing at this glowing, colorful baseball bat. I want that to be like in the dullness of Menor, Ohio. This baseball bat is like full color.
There we go.
Well, what the heck is that?
Exactly. And Josh is like, oh yeah, I had the team chaplain bless this. You can't ever be too careful.
Mamma mia, kid.
Right, which means right. Yes, of course. And then Josh admits, I actually came to drop this off for you, and also to see if you had time to make me a sandwich.
Hey, for Mr. Big Legs here, of course we make him a sandwich. Ain't that right, Shane?
And Shane's just like, don't look at me. I need to. But where's the extra
poop
pants?
In my pants.
Everyone go inside. I'll be right there. Need to run to my car real quick. And so Josh and Paulie and Shane, they head inside, enjoy a well-earned sandwich while catching up. And Josh asks the question we're all wondering is, what do you think that demon was trying to get into the basement for? And it was on that piece of paper. But let's see what he was here. What do we think, guys? And so I'd say they eat up, of course, take their time. But the next stop is the basement. And what do you think happens down there, John? What do they see? Is it obvious? Are they what the heck does this demon want?
I think when we get down, when we see the crew, it's with Shane, Paulie, and Josh.
Yes.
We see him walking down in the crew, and you see Josh's face like kind of like, what the hell is that? And Shane just happy to be here, and Paulie's face immediately is boiled over. And the camera just like pans quickly to the left, and on like the prep counter there's a jar of minced garlic, pre-minced and jarred.
Oh my God, no!
Not in my and Josh is like, Paulie, what the hell has happened here?
Right, I leave for a couple months, and you're using pre-minced garlic, and Paulie cuts him off, and is like, I would never, I would never. This must have been Vinny. Vinny ordered this. He's slipping in his old age, and maybe Shane cuts them off. And he's like, no, this was dropped off the other day by some vendor for us to try. I'd never seen him before. New vendor. I put it down here because I knew we'd never use it. And Paulie's like, good. Oh, good. Which vendor?
Paulie's a caveman. Good man.
Good. Hunger. So yeah.
Garlic jar bad.
Shane good. He's also Yoda. Oh boy, we're all here we go. And so they're right. So, okay, so we got it. So the pre-minced garlic is there. It shouldn't be there. So
just so everyone knows.
Yeah, John has some thoughts.
I hate pre-minced garlic. I love you if you invite me to your house for a meal.
Sure.
But if you're serving pre-minced garlic, I'm not even going to entertain. I'm going to leave. I'm going to tell you why I'm leaving. I'm going to tell you that you're living your life wrong.
You're living a lie.
And if you feel like I'm judging you because of that, I am. Right. I'm telling you.
Yeah, John's got opinions and
doing
thoughts.
Bad things as a human. Like you can buy
do it.
prepackaged mayo. That's fine.
I hope you do.
That's a good convenient. That's fine. Buy whole garlic and cut it yourself.
That's right. It's better for you.
Don't cut corners there.
That's right. We're gonna make the pre-minced garlic in this. It's almost a character, I think, tonight, John. We're gonna follow this this thread and let people know how we really feel about pre-minced garlic. But now you guys know we're not a fan, and so it stands it right away. Everybody hates it, and as Josh gets a little bit closer, how about like his bat starts to light up, and at the same time, this jug of pre-minced garlic like vibrates and then levitates
to it,
right, and turns black. So clearly, this is what the demon was there for. And what should happen next?
It could just be a natural reaction of being
pre-minced garlic existing.
But so we see a reaction to this pre-minced garlic. As you're watching the movie, you start to know this is probably what the demon is like. This is demon stuff.
This is demon stuff.
Every one of them on the shelf, demon stuff already. They're here in our houses. If you buy pre-minced garlic.
Don't do it.
And I think here we hear a familiar voice. Ooh. Your souls were just the beginning. Your town is mine. Your future is mine. You'll never be able to stop me. I've already won. It's too late. The drain is almost complete.
Oh my God.
It's Juliano's voice. Juliano.
Holy crap. He's not dead, but also not there. This is like a bodiless voice filling the basement.
It's coming from the garlic.
Yes, it's coming from the garlic, right? And so I don't think this is not a time for questions. Josh draws his bat, smashes the jug, it explodes in a bunch of black goo on the floor and almost like crawls away into the drain on the ground, and away it goes to the sewer system. And all three catch their breath again, but Josh maybe says something like, "This isn't how I saw my week off starting." And they're, kind of sitting there trying to process it all. But Paulie kicks right into action because, again, he's a trained demon killer.
True.
Which means you're like a warrior. You have like the heart of a UFC fighter and the brain of Sherlock Holmes. You have to constantly be fighting and finding these creepy little creatures that are just looking for a crack they can get into to take over the world. So Paulie kicks right into gear of like, Shane, what was the name of that vendor that dropped this off?
That's not how Paulie would sound.
Shane, nope, Shane. Well, I don't know why they're almost so deep. Hey, Shane, what's the name of the vendor that dropped us off?
There you go. You can do Rocky. Yeah.
He's Italian. Chandrian. It's going to turn into Yoda for some reason. If we go too deep, it's Yoda.
Was Yoda Italian?
Maybe.
It could be.
You never know. He could be
short.
An old Italian grandma.
Yeah.
He was a woman and Italian, right?
Manicotti for me, you make.
Okay. So, yes, Paulie inquires to Shane, what was the name of the vendor? And Shane says something like, I don't know, but he was here on Wednesday morning. So, of course, we cut to the back office.
Detective work.
That's right. They're running through the security footage for Wednesday morning drop-offs. They get to it. They see the unmarked truck and three creepy, which means demon-like men emerge to drop off the sample bottle of the pre-minced garlic. So they see that. Shane takes it, goes inside, and the three men kind of get back into this truck. Creepily again, is almost as if they're wearing human suits.
Yes.
And I think as they're watching this footage, Josh is like, wait, stop it right there. There's a tail sticking out of that guy's jacket.
Perfect.
Demons! Enhance. So they zoom in so they can see a grainy tail-looking thing coming out of one of these jackets. So they confirmed what they basically already knew, was that this pre-minced garlic didn't just end up there from some vendor casually doing a disservice to the community. Evil demons put the pre-minced garlic there and anywhere you see pre-minced garlic,
including your own refrigerator.
That's right. Throw it out now, folks. And as they're watching the video, the truck pulls away. We can see the company name and logo on the side, and it says something super unsuspicious like 666 Meat, Cheese, and More Co.
Yeah. No, we just have 666 varieties of meat and cheese.
It's a weird coincidence. What can I say? And they quickly researched and realized that there's a warehouse for the same name in the middle of town. And that could almost bring us to the end of Act 1, but I want Paulie to have some great line, John, that sends us into Act 2.
perfect closer. Hey, kid, how many of those bats you got?
Yes.
Hey, kid, how many of those bats? Hey, kid. Hey, you, kid.
Nope, there's Yoda again.
Hey, kid, how many of those bats you got?
Luke.
Hey, my kid, how many of those bats you got?
There it is.
There's
I know
Paulie.
that guy.
We found him.
There he is. Yeah, so anyway, it sounds like they mean business. They're looking for bats to bash some demon heads in, and that'll send us into Act 2.
Act 2. Don't let some demons get you down, kid.
So when we kick off Act 2, we're going on a warehouse hunt, cheese warehouse hunt, demon hunt.
Yeah.
Kind of one of two both things at the same time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. That's right. They
Double A baseball star, new kid at the deli, and good old Paulie, the lifelong demon hunter who is also sort of Italian, sort of
maybe Yoda. Maybe he's Rocky.
For what it's worth, I know less about Yoda than you know about baseball.
There you go. The Venn diagram in the middle is just blank.
Yeah.
It's just empty. But yes.
So we kick off Act 2. I want us to be in the old van that Josh used to drive around and hustle as weird.
Yep.
Now there's
No rugs.
no rugs in the back. Maybe shag carpet in the back.
There you go. I never knew there's a carpet in here.
Bunch of like plastic grape plants and like empty olive oil bottles. This is Paulie's sex van.
I was gonna say,
now.
is this Paulie's second home?
He's like, oh, me and your grandma had so many good times in the back of this van, kid. I used to make her scream for the manicotti. Real manicotti, or is that what you call your dong?
Right. She doesn't have any real hips anymore, Paul.
Yeah, I know. It goes all the way in up to the tip.
Put everything in there, the whole thing, the whole junk. All right. Well, I want to get out of this van.
I guess that explains she was happy. Anyway, so we're going to
That's right.
We're going to the warehouse, the 666 warehouse full of meat and cheese. That's where this Act 2 opens up.
That's right.
In a car
meat, cheese,
scene.
and demons. And I think on the way, this is a great, as they're driving through town to try to distract Josh from the horrible images that are filling his mind about what happened in the back of this van. We do some explaining, some
Don't turn the black light on, kid.
That's right. Don't turn any lights on. Don't touch anything. Try not to breathe too deeply. Whose dentures are these? That's where they went.
That's insects. Don't touch them.
Don't touch it. Don't touch anything. So we get a little bit of the backstory of what's been going on in Mentor since Josh left, and Paulie kind of gives Josh the highlights. Things were great for a couple of months, then a few months ago something shifted. Tough to put a finger on it, but everything outside of the deli kind of feels muted. It's quiet, it's low budget. The Memorial Day parade was canceled because of a waterworks issue, and the chili cook-off couldn't happen because of a sinkhole, and the high school football championship was postponed after the bleachers collapsed. And Josh is like, it sounds like Juliano never left, and Paulie's like, but how? And Shane's jumps in with, well, I think we're about to find out as they arrive.
And all those things you mentioned,
warehouse.
like it's like these are social, like the bleachers collapse at a football thing,
the
the
chili
cook-off guy, like we're losing. We're not losing our souls to these demons, but we're losing it's like a cult. They're sucking our culture out of us.
That's right. Yeah, they're losing
sucking the marrow from the bone.
Yes, the marrow from the bone, the fun from life.
Oh, asabuco.
It's good stuff.
Tuesday special.
Eat it, you must. All right, Yoda. So exactly right. They're kind of piecing part of this puzzle together. These demons, why they're here and how they're here, we're not sure yet, but they seem to still be here, and they seem to be focused less even on everyone's souls and more on the quality of everybody's life, or at least that's their that you could surmise that at this point watching the movie. And so they get to the warehouse, stinks like sulfur, so they know it's the right place.
Oh yeah.
They all grab bats out of the back of Josh's car, and they kick down the doors, kind of ready for some grade A demon whooping. But I think, John, I want them to discover not the scariest demons you've ever seen, but like the D squad of demons. Like the only ones that are left behind were too cowardly to help Juliano fight in the last movies. These are like the minions of the minions, right? Exactly, golems, and they're there, and they don't try to attack right away, Josh and gang, but they're in the middle of like draining their own blood into more pre-minced garlic jugs.
Oh, God. It's not olive oil. This whole pre-minced garlic plastic chunk together.
Yep, it's demon blood, and they kind of freeze in shock when they see the door kicked down.
That's why demons are so skinny. They just squeeze all their blood out into pre-minced garlic jars.
That's right. You heard it here first, folks. And so, but a battle does happen because there's battles and demons and bats that can blow them up. So Josh and Shane and Paulie start swinging for some justice, John.
Swinging up justice with a baseball bat.
And I think it goes pretty well, except one sour note is in the middle of the battle, a truck they didn't see with a demon or two in it and full to the rim with pre-minced garlic, like escapes out of the back of the warehouse. But they've captured a demon at the same time, and he's still alive. So they're thinking like, all right, we need to keep at least one alive to get some answers out of it, and they can poof themselves into black dust whenever they want. So if we catch one, we got to collapse on it and get information
nowhere
out
to
we can.
poof.
That's right.
Paulie's leading this.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to poof. So we capture this demon, the last one alive that hasn't poofed yet.
You got to put your fingers in their mouth so they can't poof away. Keep your but what if he bites me? Shane, put your fingers in his mouth.
He might start sucking. He won't bite. How do you know this? Look, you saw the back of my van. I'm into some weird stuff. It keeps a thrill in my life. Thrill, you hunt demons. Different kind of thrill. So I don't want
still keep your fingers in their mouth.
That's
though.
right. Just
Either way.
Do we need to do this? But so they're doing that. So they're choking the demon a little bit, but also trying to get him to talk. So I got to take the fingers in and out of the demon's mouth. He's getting warmer. Is that good or bad? Why am I feeling things? But so they've got this demon tied down, and I think this demon's a bit of a blabber. Again, it's the D squad. These are not the ironclad special forces demons. This guy's just starting to talk.
He knows the finger mouth move. I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'll tell you whatever you want to keep putting those fingers in my mouth. And he starts blabbing. You're all fools thinking the material world is all that matters. I don't know why he's Italian. Yeah. Maybe he is. Thinking you could defeat our all-powerful master, Juliano, can never be defeated. He can never be completely found either. We've made sure of that. You can kill us all today. We'll just be back next week. The drain is ending soon, so keep eating. Munch, 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 you chubby humans. Juliano will fill the world with fire and ash, and everything you love will be ours to destroy. Even though you've already destroyed one, you'll never find the other three. And perhaps that catches like Josh and Paulie and Shane's attention of like, other three, the one. And the demon realizes he said too much and just grabs Josh's bat and explodes himself into dust.
From the bat energy. I love that.
That's right. Just the bat existing is enough to kill demons by touching it. And so they got some information, but it's just more pieces to this puzzle right now. And so they have no other choice to kind of look around this warehouse for other clues. And so I think that begins. And what should they find to kind of keep this story tumbling along, John? What do they discover in here?
I think we get a scene where it's just Josh talking about how he really wishes he would have got a meatball sub instead, because he's still I'm a professional sports athlete.
Right.
Maybe we go back to the deli, we eat some food and get our brain power up. And and he's talking about the deli and the food, and that's when Shane, the new guy, comes through, and he's like, I've got it. It was the demon in the alley. You dropped that paper, and he holds it up, and it's just he holds up. It's a piece of like see-through paper.
Yeah, right. The transfer paper, whatever it's called.
And it's just got X's on it. And he's like, I don't know what this means. Like X, 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 X. Yeah. And Paulie's eye lights up. He's like, is there a fourth X I've been missing? God damn it, kid, you found the way.
God. Thank goodness.
There's only 3 holes, but there's 4 X's.
That's how they get you. That 4th X. You got to find the 4th hole. So that Paulie's excited for other reasons, but I like this. So they got the paper.
Somehow through movie magic, Josh is looking at how far away the deli is on his phone.
Okay.
And the screen's lighting up, so he's got the wHELLcome Maps server up to look at and Shane's holding the piece of paper with the X's, and Paulie sees it all through one lens.
Okay.
And the X's line, he's like, "Wait, kid, don't move, don't move, kid,
don't move.
Keep everything right there, so Paulie can see it really good." and he goes up and he's like, right there, and there.
Oh, right.
That's all the families.
Oh,
and we start to see these X's line up on in Mentor, Ohio. There's 4 families. Not like the mafia in New York. There's just 4 families that run 4 Italian delis. And Paulie starts to to piece this together. It's all the families' delis where these X's are, kid.
Oh my God, yes, I love this. So the first deli the X lines up with Paulie's, and he's like, I can't believe it, anything but this. What could be worse than demons? I'll tell you what. It's the other 3 families, and these other 3 X's line up to 3 other delis. So this Mentor, Ohio is the place to go if you like deli food. There's more delis than any other city or small town in America. And obviously Paulie knows a lot about this, but both Josh and Shane are still relatively new to the whole Italian deli Mentor, Ohio culture. So I think Paulie has to explain. Yeah, Paulie has to explain a little bit of like the decades old rivalry between 4 deli families in Mentor, and of course when their great grandfathers all came over from Italy, they were all family. They all worked together, fighting the same cause, but the new world presented new problems, and they all drifted apart. They don't even speak to each other anymore. And he tells us about the heads of the 3 other families that run the other delis in town. And John, give me at least the names of these folks. This is one of the many things you're great at. Okay. Naming.
This is easy because it's Italian names.
That's
so
right.
First one, Sal Capaccio.
Okay.
They call him Sal the Slice.
Oh boy. That sounds deadly and dangerous.
Exactly that. Nailed it. Sal Capaccio.
The Slice. Sal the Slice.
You've got Carmine Agrodolce.
Oh, got it.
Carmine runs a deli as well, and then the last family is the Arturo family.
Oh,
but the patriarch has since died, so it's run by his granddaughter Angela.
Okay. All right, so Sal, Carmine, and Angela are the 3 other heads of these delis, and right, and again, Paulie continues like we haven't spoken in decades, we can't, and Josh just cuts him off, and it's like, well, it looks like we're gonna have to get everyone back together because we had a demon coming into our basement, and we almost died, and we know about them. If these people don't, they could already be dead. Like, we got to get moving, and we got to get moving now before things get even worse. And what do you think? Should that be
I think this is like, it sets us up for a long act 3, but like we've got our final quest. I think those of you wondering, these 4 Italian families, they did used to get along, and it wasn't really competing businesses that made them fall apart. There was a meatball contest in Mentor, Ohio, 1974. And all the families submitted a meatball. And as you know about meatballs, everyone either makes the best or the worst. Is it too soft? Do you fry it in the pan first? Do you cook it in the sauce? Do you put it in the oven? There's one right answer, and you all know it in your head. But if I say it out loud, you'll know that I have the wrong answer.
We can't never say it out loud.
That's what happened. They all had to stop talking to me. I can't believe you put your meatballs in the oven.
He's steaming his meatballs. It's a SEMA. He's steaming his balls, Jerry.
He's steaming his balls. Oh, God, he might as well be English.
That's dog food. He's making dog food.
There's a big fallout over the meatballs in Mentor, Ohio.
Okay, good to know. I'm learning a lot tonight.
We'll come back in Act 3 with a big quest in front of us.
Meatballs and more.
Act 3. At least nobody died yet.
Act 3, I guess, is going to be something of a Italian family reunion. So I guess coming into this, we've got the quest in front of us. So we know that minced garlic is evil. We knew that before this episode was recorded.
Yep.
We know that there are 4 Italian families running delis in Menor, Ohio, and it's very likely that they all have a jar of this evil minced garlic in their. I mean, all of it's evil, but this is especially evil.
Yes.
Minced garlic that's been spread to the Italian delis.
That's right.
How do we start this quest?
Yeah, I think Paulie...
We go get meatball subs?
Right, sure. Everyone has a meatball sub, granted, given, just to keep the power going, keep everyone moving, keep the protein up. And I think Paulie realizes pretty much right away he needs to enlist the help of Vinny, because he needs as much help as possible to convince the other families to kind of forget their differences, unite against the demons.
Vinny, Paulie's other deli worker?
Yes. Well, I can't remember if he was older, younger.
They're all old.
He was important.
They're all old.
Hustle is weird.
Vinny never does any work at the deli, but he does collect a paycheck.
Yes, I was going to say, he sits in the back and takes care of things, is what they say. He's the chief operations officer. I haven't
taken care of anything since 1984, Vinny.
Well, not that you know about. That's good at my job. You have no idea what I do. That's why I'm so expensive.
Shut up, Donnie Brasco.
So Vinny's back as well. So Paulie and Vinny and Josh and Shane. The first move is to go to one of the delis. I think it's the only move. You got to approach. We know, or we're pretty sure this cursed pre-minced garlic stuff is in all these places. Let's go get it out. No time to dilly-dally. So they go to Saul's deli first, I think, and outside they get there, and again, it's like gray and dull. The usual smell of fresh meats and pepperoni is absent from the air, and Vinny's suspicious right away. Maybe they're too late. They need to leave the bats in the car, though, for this one.
Yeah, you don't want to show up at Sal Capaccio's with baseball bats in your hand,
because you'll see why he's called Sal the Slice, and it won't be pretty. And so they go inside, and inside I think it's even worse. You got soggy bread, pale meat, old cheese, not in a good way. And maybe Vinny can't even help himself, and he says something like, "What the hell happened to this place?" And of course, but he wouldn't say that. He would say, "Hey, what the hell happened to this place?" and Saul,
exactly how Vinny would say it.
Saul emerges from what looks like a closet and retorts somehow, "You got a lot of nerve showing your face in here, Vinny the Mini." Because Vinny's 4 feet tall. But don't say that. We can't say it.
Tall for Italians.
That's right. And so I want Vinny and Saul right away to face off inside Saul's deli, a classic kind of shouting match that I imagine.
Lots of hands, lots of pointing.
Talking with.
It's like they're casting Italian voodoo curses back and forth at each other.
Italian Harry Potter happening, and so
fettuccine Alfredo.
Yes, and as this is going on, Shane's kind of scanning around and notices that not only do they have the pre-minced garlic, there's a jug here, there's a jug there behind the counter, but they're actually spreading it and using it on sandwiches.
Oh,
exactly.
God,
so
Sal.
It's out of control. Sal's really falling off the deep end, and they don't have any bats or anything.
His wife must be having an affair. Something terrible is happening.
That's right. To go this low and to use pre-minced garlic, I mean, you've forgotten who you are. But and we're going to call him out on that probably in a minute. But before that, I want them to realize this conundrum of holy crap, the garlic's right there. We don't have any bats to smack the jugs and blow them up. We are running out of time, and as this is happening, and Shane and Josh are realizing this, I think Saul and Vinny are really going off, and Saul's about to pop. His voice is getting deeper, almost Juliano-like, as he's yelling at Vinny. And Shane and Paulie kind of jump in to try to reason with him, and Saul's just not having it, and he's ready to.
Anyone that's tried to reason with an Italian man knows that happens is they get more angry.
Call me the slicer.
The moon does not touch the earth. But instead of the moon, it touches the earth, Maria. No, it really did. Like,
It's not.
how dare you?
Right. It's in the ocean every night. That's not what happens. You know what? Never mind. Yeah, sure. That's it. Kills all the fish every night. The whole moon goes into the ocean.
That's how the tides happen. The moon goes into the ocean.
Pushing the water up on the beach. All the fishes swim away. Who taught this is a bedtime story? You thought this was real? So
There's no convincing Sal anything different about his minced garlic.
Sal, Goodnight Moon, Gabaccio, whatever. And so, all right, so as things are really heating up, really getting intense, a lot of moon conspiracies happening. Sal's really digging his heels in. And I think just then, before fists start to fly, Josh is going to take out his lucky and blessed baseball that he always has in his pocket, chucks it across the deli into one of the jugs of the pre-minced garlic, and it explodes. And not just as garlic would explode, but the fiery black demon jumps out of it into the deli, which causes, of course, panic and chaos. But it's momentary. I mean, I think Paulie, without missing a beat, pulls out a fresh, full garlic bulb out of his pocket.
Real garlic.
And punches the demon in the face with it. It screams, explodes into dust, and vanishes. And Paulie should probably say something awesome.
That's for why you use real garlic.
That's it. And Saul sees all this and like has a come to Jesus moment. Maybe the moon doesn't go into ocean. He just falls down, begins to cry. And the rest of the people in the deli, some of them storm out. A lot of them throw their sandwiches on the ground that are now like black with all this demon garlic. And maybe even like some of Saul's other employees who will probably need to like help when what will probably be some giant demon battle we're building up to, come out of like almost a trance. And, you know, they go through kind of that, all the stages of denial very quickly where they're realizing, I can't believe it. You know, and Saul's even like this, the stories, they're all, nope, there's Yoda. Hey, the stories are all true. There's Rocky.
Throw more vowels in on every word.
Ooh, hey, there you know.
all of the story.
And so Sal starting to believe, and Vinny's like, yes. We don't have much of time. There's other two families are in danger too.
Now he's on a quest for the Holy Grail.
Come, grab your coconuts. Yeah. Oh my God.
But to the other families, they will never listen to us.
That's right. And that's when Vinny says a crucial line of, hey, that's why I came to you first. Do you still have it? And Sal immediately knows what he's talking about, smiles, and they all run down to the basement. And there, John.
The first meatball?
That's right. Almost. Even more excited than the first meatball, if you can believe it. I think in the back, it's sealed in a drum that's been marinating in wine and spices and garlic, real garlic, for many, many, many years is a well-aged hunk of cured gabagool.
The good stuff.
That's right. And I think we learned quickly that like long ago, a pact was made between the four families that if there was ever a great enough danger to the town to smoke what they're going to call the Godfather Gabagool.
Godfather Gabagool. Everyone in the deli echoes it.
Godfather Gabagool. Right.
Godfather Gabagool.
And by smoking it, that would send a signal across the town to all the families, and they agreed to meet.
Like a new pope.
Exactly right. They agreed to meet under the smoke and discuss whatever the matter was. So it's time to use the Godfather Gabagool. Just like a new pope, it's a Godfather Gabagool time. And then this could be a fun montage. We're together like Sal and Vinny's men. They go to work, clean the smoker, have some wine, they find the briquettes, pour some more wine, prepare the oven, pour some more wine, smoking some meat, and pour more wine. Someone brings a fiddle out and an accordion.
Tarantella.
That's right. We got some limoncello in the basement. And so by hour 2, it's smoking. The whole town can smell it. And they're having a good time. They're bonding, forgetting their differences. A lot of wine, a lot of meat, a lot of cheese. But I want something to happen here, a bit of a curveball to derail or partially derail this fun. I think Paulie should get into a sticky situation as he's sweating from meat and wine and thinking about the stress of demons, John. How about let's have him get, as he's in the bushes, like peeing out all the wine.
For sure.
And laughing about whatever. Ambushed by one of the weaker demons from the warehouse, and the demon in an instant takes a handful of pre-minced garlic out of his gross demon pocket, shoves it in Paulie's mouth, and he inhales it in shock. And as he does, his eyes like roll back and go black, and the demon still peeing all over the demon, who's going, "Oh, your plan stops here, Paulie the pathetic, Paulie the pisser. Now kill your friends and end this once and for all." And you see Paulie kind of like realign himself, stop peeing, and clearly he's under the control of the pre-minced garlic and the demon. But we cut right back to the party, and I think at that time the other two families, so Angela and Carmine, they are arriving at the smoker, and I think Carmine will start to. He's going to be the most pessimistic of maybe them all. He probably opens the dialogue, trying to take control of the situation, with not really believing that this is happening, that they're smoking this meat.
What the further meaning of this? What could it possibly be so bad you enact the smoke of the meat to wet packed?
The smoked meat packed, yes.
I hope the captions get that.
Yeah, they'll get something. They'll get smoked meat cat.
Carmine is the most pompous of the Mentor Italians, for sure.
Absolutely. And so now at least it's Saul and Vinny trying to convince now just Angela and Carmine of what's going on. So they launch into their whole spiel, and it's kind of falling on deaf ears. But after a little while, some meat, some wine, Angela's like,
help.
All right, so you're saying all we have to do is you see if I have this pre-minced garlic, and if I do, you can blow it up, kill the demon, and we all go back to our lives, right? Well, whatever. Come over to Angela's antipasti and deli, and let's find this thing and let's finish this. So they get kind of a small win, and so they head over there to hopefully to continue bashing pre-minced garlic and demons. And what should happen when they get there, John? Now they're at family number three,
right? They went to Angela's antipasta deli.
Yes.
She is truly trying to make this thing her own.
And she's like, I would never have pre-minced garlic over my dead body. Like, you're crazy.
Angela, also played by Marissa Tomei in this movie.
There it is.
Sorry, Marissa. It's just like a bit role. It's okay.
You got it.
I think you would. She's Italian. She runs a deli. I think, yeah, exactly. Hey, that's not mine. I would never use. This is a setup. This is a setup by you. Carmine, by you. She starts accusing everyone. Yes. She goes the Italian woman route,
of course.
But there is a jar of the minced garlic in Angela's place, and
Son of a gun.
like a good Italian woman, is vehemently against it.
Of course,
and swearing this is a setup. And her eyes start to kind of darken, and and the whole demonizing thing starts happening. And then you just hear the glass shatter, and it's Josh brought his baseball bat this time. He's not messing around, and just cracks the jug. You see the black goo explosion, demon creature slither away. And I think Angela is like kind of taken aback by this. She's the most pragmatic of the Italians, but more importantly, I think that's enough to nudge Carmine Agrodolce.
Yeah, since he's known. Yes, I think I agree. Carmine is now on board too. So Angela's pre-minced garlic's destroyed. One left. We're close. We're at the finish line, which is usually when everything goes to crap. But we'll see. Let's get to Carmine's. He'll have like a catering and more company to look for the last jug. But I think this is when they get there, standing outside, taking a deep breath, having some more meat. There are like 9 bottles of wine deep. They're eating meat and cheese, but it doesn't faze them. But
it's just another night in Tuscany. None of them have ever been to Italy. They've just inherited stories from 3 generations of Italian immigrants.
No time. But yeah, and so I think as they're standing outside Carmine's catering and more, Paulie steps forward, John, and he's possessed now. So what's he going to do? He's going to try. He's supposed to kill everybody. Well, I want him to kind of try to roll this plan.
He's definitely going to have like a villain, and and Paulie sounds different too. He says, Well, I hope you enjoyed those smoked meats earlier. Everyone's face is like, what are you doing, Paulie? Are you doing an accent?
Right. What is this? Who's this guy?
Because they will be your last.
Oh, shit.
And as he says this, like he starts to, you see him, his fingers get thinner and his body starts to get thinner. The hair grows back into his arms and chest and neck.
Right. I didn't even know he had 4 arms. He just thought it was just hair coming out of his
skin
shoulders.
under there. He's got you got a tattoo?
It hit it the day first day he got it. It was hitting all that hair. Okay, that's good. So he's turning into a demon in front of their eyes, and Josh, I think, like reaches for the bat and picks it up to strike, but he can't. He can't hit his great friend. And Shane probably does something similar, grabs some garlic and is ready to attack Paulie with it, but he can't. He gave him his first job. He showed him the ropes, and it seems like, what do we do? What are we going to do? How are we going to get out of this? And someone needs to save the day, and how they're going to do it, I don't know, but I bet John does.
It's Vinny. No one saw him. He was just a little.
He was under the radar.
The camera was set for kind of a medium close up, so we didn't even see Vinny in the scene. And then you just hear from below, "Hey, let me handle this," and it's Vinny reaching into his pocket, not for a buttered ham, but he's still got a chunk of the smoked gabagool.
Of course.
And he just like climbs up Paulie as he's transforming into more demon, and just maws the gabagool right into Paulie's mouth and says, you chew. Good boy, you chew for me. Chew the gabagool, Paulie, chew the gabagool.
Yes.
He's moving his jaw up and down.
That's right, helping him chew it all in, making sure the medicine goes down. I love that. And Paulie's like, whoa. So he's contorting, he's uncomfortable, clearly with how delicious this meat is, the demon part of Paulie, and you kind of hear that demon voice still come out of Paulie's mouth. What is this feeling? Is this happiness? Is this passion? Is this the thing you humans love so much? I get it! And then like a parasite, the demon, kind of black smoke flies out of Paulie's mouth, explodes into dust again, and Paulie falls down covered in sweat, and they all rush to help him. And I want Paulie to kind of get up, just chewing more gabagool.
Still mouthful of it.
This stuff's unreal, man. Every bite, hey, every bite I take, it's better than the last.
Yeah, he's back. He's back. Josh screams, he's back. We saved him.
That's right.
I didn't have to baseball bat him.
That's right. The Godfather Gabagool saved Paulie. It really is the most passion-filled meat, John.
For sure, especially if you get the smoke. I've never had smoked. I don't think they smoke capicola, but hot. This is definitely a spicy one.
There you go. That's right. It was smoked.
That was the sign, though. That was the sign they gave to Mentor.
That's true. You're right.
You don't smoke capicola
gabagool
unless something big is happening,
like the end of the world. So,
and then it also exercises demons that way.
That's right. That's right. The slice of gabagool is a powerful thing. And so
we save Paulie.
Yes.
We exorcise the demon. We're still outside of Carmine's. And Carmine, I feel like, he's nudged, but he's still like, not me. Not for me. Not to my deli. Not for me.
Right.
I don't have demons.
Yes.
Like he still can't be sold.
Convinced he's missed this. He's immune to it. I know the type. But I think as they get in there, Josh, first of all, is like, every minute we're out here and the pre-minced garlic is out here as it's a minute that Juliano grows stronger. Like, we got to keep moving her. And Paulie's like, yeah, we got to get going. They get inside. Carmine's deliberately saying, no way, no way. But of course, they find a jug of pre-minced garlic. But, John, I want this jug of pre-minced garlic to be empty.
And I know exactly why it's empty.
All right, lay it on me.
Because Carmine says, I can't believe we are no use of pre-minced garlic. It's a shit. He turns a little French.
Yes.
But
as we do when you say shit.
But also he says, the catering order for the mid-season minor league all-star dinner has just left. They ordered a 30 sandwich.
Yes, perfect. So, and Josh goes, "What is the sheet?" As he's here trying to decipher what Carmine is saying, and he can mostly understand it. And he's like, "Holy crap! All those players and their families, if they eat any of those sandwiches, they'll become a demon. The demon army like the Juliano needs to get his strength back in return. to his physical form. So unknown to anyone, Carmine and his Pre-Minced Garlic and his crew of caterers have maybe signed all of our deaths, John.
At least for Mentor, Ohio.
Yeah, exactly right. So if you're not there, you're good. But if you're there, sorry. But they're not giving up, obviously. And I think immediately Vinny hatches a plan.
Yeah, and the plan isn't very dramatic. I think Vinny says, look, we got to pack up in the van. We're going to have to get more bats, grab some of the garlic, bring the gabagool. We're going to the mid-season all-star minor league baseball dinner. We're going to the dinner thing for all the baseball players. We're going to go there. We're going to bring the fight to them.
Oh, my God, yes.
Paulie's gnawing on gabagool. This works.
Right.
It protects us from the demons. You just bring the gabagool.
Just keep eating the gabagool.
Everyone's eating the gabagool. They're supposed to bring them together to fight the demons, but it's also really good sandwich.
Exactly right. They're eating it. They're ready to use this weapon. And I think as they move through the town towards this banquet hall, this sad banquet hall in the middle of Mentor, Ohio, to them to notice what we've kind of been saying all movie was like, this town is dull. It's darker. It's the lights on the street aren't working. The leaves aren't back on the trees. It's the middle of summer. What's going on? Like there's just a lot of negative kind of chaos, gray blondness that they can't help but notice in stark juxtaposition to how amazing they all feel, full of wine and gabagool. It's hard to not see, man, it sucks. Looks like it sucks out there compared to our amazing life in the back of this really comfortable van, Paulie.
Everyone's piled up in the van, sitting on a wedge-shaped pillow.
Right. There's stirrups in the ceiling.
Good thing you got all these leather straps for us to hold on to, Paulie.
They're kind of wet.
They only hold up to 250 pounds.
That's right. So you don't get your heads off them. No, one at a time. One man per strap. That's always the rule back here. What? Nothing. They keep driving. And so, I like that. So
they're for kissing ladies' feet.
Ooh. And so I think covered in regular sweat and meat sweat, they all arrive at the banquet hall, but they hear the screams and the yelling. They're too late. The players have already eaten. They're turning into demons. And I think the ground underneath the banquet hall also is like starting to crack, and you can see like a flaming lake of fire. And as soon as they walk in,
always a bad sign.
Never good. Not a pool under there. No fire lake.
Should have stayed at Holiday Inn Express.
That would solve this whole thing. No Pre-Minced Garlic there. And we hear Juliano's laughter just kind of filling this banquet hall as he's saying, like, yes, it's happening. I'm almost free. And Josh and gang kind of have to spring into action. No time. And I want him to say something like, try to gabagool these ghouls to bring them back. A lot of them are teammates. Like, try to save the bats as a last resort. And that's
fair. We don't want to kill the other. These are the all-stars.
That's right.
Double A. We don't want to ruin the Double A baseball league.
Wipe out the entire minor league baseball. Whatever. Yeah, can't do that. That might draw some unwanted attention. And so this could be another fun montage of like the deli gang cartwheeling and action rolling through the banquet hall.
Gabagool in people's mouths.
Exactly right.
Shane's had his fingers in so many mouths this whole movie.
And now he's kind of enjoying it. In the beginning with the demon, it was really gross. Now he's like,
now that I know they don't bite.
That's right. I'm having a blast here. A little bit for you, a little bit for you. Hello, ma'am.
It's just like being at work.
That's right. Just serving the guests. And it's working. And they're giving the gabagool to the demons as they're coming to try to bite them. They're just shoving balls of wadded gabagool in their mouths, and they're contorting back into humans. This is amazing. The passion-filled flavor of the gabagool is killing off the soul-sucking demons immediately. But I want there to be a fun little twist here, John, where...
Yeah, I know who's here.
Okay. Tell me, what is Josh... There's a larger commotion in the middle of a banquet hall, and Josh turns and sees something that shocks even him in that moment. Who's he about to stand off against?
He sees someone that he might not mind baseball batting. He sees his old friend, Todd Bunches, who, of course, made the All-Star dinner.
Yep.
He's second place for home run.
That's
and
right.
Todd is actually right now in the middle of eating one of the hotel waiting staff. Like, of course, they had the meal catered, but the hotel was kind enough to put like 2 banquet workers out here to refill waters.
Of course.
And he sees Todd Bunches wearing his dad's Buick hat, just gnawing on a banquet worker's arm.
Oh my God, yes. And Todd can say something like, "Ooh, Josh, your hometown is quite something. I'm glad you got here in time for dessert." And then just charges at Josh, licking his lips. And Josh, being a good guy, is like reaching for the Gabagool to try to save Todd. But I think Paulie should step in, John, and do what Paulie does best.
I think Paulie's already familiar. He watches all the minor league games on the radio.
Minor league, yes.
And Paulie just comes up, baseball bat. I think this guy didn't deserve Gabagool. Besides, I've seen how he treats you, kid. Yes. He was probably already a demon. Beyond saving, I just took him. I wanted to take him out for you.
Yeah, just blast Todd's head clean.
Paulie hits his own home run.
See you later, Todd's head. So he falls down, covered in demon blood. No saving Todd. Goodbye, Todd. And as this is happening, again, the tides have shifted. The demons are being forced out. I think the deli crew is still using, the power of the Godfather Gabagool to nurse everyone back to health. But it's that turning point. They've made it. There's now more humans than demons in this room. But it hasn't, the fire lake's kind of still opening up, even as we hear Juliano in the back going, "No, this can't be happening." It hasn't stopped yet. And so it kind of clicks of like, well, maybe there's some more sandwiches, more of this garlic somewhere. So I want them to like crash into the back in the kitchen area, and they find a few more sandwiches and just all line up at the table, kind of smile at each other, crank their bats back, and just start blasting these sandwiches with the bats. And this time they explode in like purple and white light, like it's noticeably different, which Josh takes as a sign to mean like this must be this is it. This is the last of the pre-minced garlic. And of course we hear Juliano screaming out,
"No, my plan was perfect." How?
It's like Andros at the end of Star Fox. Star Fox, no! Exactly that, but it's a demon in a fire lake. And the sandwiches evaporate, and Juliano's screams kind of fade off into the distance. The banquet hall seals back up. The baseball players start to come to, and I want it to be like a scene in Pleasantville where color like returns to the room.
Yes.
And the town, you zoom out and you see it go from beige and gray into full color again, birds chirping, streams bubbling, people no longer yelling at each other, and this chaos that kind of, enveloped this town, it just like evaporates just like that. The evil defeated again. And so what should be a resolution before we'll try to pull an epilogue together? How should this movie, the kind of final shot, the final thought, John? Where are we now that we've once again saved Mentor, Ohio from demons?
Twice. Which is more than anyone else has done it. I think that a good ending for this would be Vinny and Sal getting together. They're old, they're longtime buddies before, family rivalries could get in the way. They used to shoot dice together. And Vinny says Sal, we used to do a pretty good meatball back in the day. And I remember having a meatball contest back when my pops ran the store. What do you say we bring it back maybe and do it a little more friendly?
And Saul, of course, burps and is like, "Oh, hey, you think you got the meat sweats now? You're on!"
So we know the families won't get along for long.
Right,
but
sure.
But maybe, evil is defeated at least.
There you go. Meat consumed. And the full feast that is life, John, it returns to Mentor, returns to these families. Josh and Shane and Paulie and Vinny all save the day. And, that last shot could just be Josh kind of grabbing some Gabagool to go. The next day, jumps on the bus. It's the end of the All-Star break. He's got to go back and
Gabagool.
Go Gabagool back and go break that home run record, and gets to ride off into the sunset smelling of salted meats and wine and demon fire. But that never stopped Josh before. He's a man on a mission.
That's how I found life. You don't have to be rich. You just have to eat real garlic and enjoy good passion and flavor. And I know Harrison's got a fun wrap up for this one, so we're going to be back in a second to tell you what really happens afterwards.
Epilogue. Holy shit, real garlic is important.
Okay, Harrison, we've saved Mentor twice while Josh, the baseball player, has helped out a lot, as long as every Italian was there to help him as well. Quick shot of Marissa Tomei, just so quick she could not send a cease and desist letter. Tell me what happens in the credits scene here. What's going on?
Exactly. After you and I get our own plaques in Mentor, Ohio, we get to see this. I think the epilogue could be kind of start. Well, we're super zoomed in on a TV that's clearly on a wall in a deli, and we see Josh. But he's wearing the New York Yankees jersey now, so we know he's made it.
He's on the TV.
He's on TV.
Okay,
that's right. He's
playing for the Yankees.
Playing for the Yankees. Woo-wee. No longer. What's a Cleveland Angel? Always a Cleveland Angel.
For sure.
But he's in the big leagues now, and he's up at bat, and the announcer, clicks on. Hey, here he is, the pride of Mentor, Ohio, the minor league home run champ, about to take his first at bat in the majors, and we kind of zoom out a little bit more and see that we're inside a deli in New York City. And a delivery is being dropped off, as happens all the time, but we hear a kind of recognizably creepy voice that says, yes, just sign here.
Perfect New York City accent.
Right. Yep. And of course the deli clerk, who is not paying attention because he's watching the game, just kind of signs whatever and waves the guy off, and we follow the delivery guy out into the street, and we see his truck. And it says on the side, John, 666, meats, cheese, and more.
Good Lord, the escape truck.
That's right.
Good callback.
That's
Good
right.
Call
From the
back.
warehouse battle earlier, we found that truck, but it's now in New York City. And I think the tailgate's open, and we see dozens of boxes of the pre-minced garlic with the New York City skyline, in the background. And as that's happening, as these two delivery drivers are closing the tailgate and kind of trying to shuffle on to their next victim, next delivery, a shadowy figure wearing a Cleveland Angels hat emerges from an alley and says, "Hey, you're a long way from Ohio." And it's Paulie. If you didn't know about the accent, I'm sure you didn't. It's Paulie. And the two delivery demons, they kind of panic, bump into each other. Paulie pulls out his bat. And as this is happening, we return to the TV inside the deli, and it's the announcer. First pitch is away, and it's a hit. This baby is humming. It's going. Then we jump back outside of the deli, and Paulie has just knocked out the two demons. They fly into like a pile of garbage bags, and they fade into black mist, and Paulie smiles and finishes the announcer's thought. Gone. And tips his cap as we watch through the window into the TV that first hit that Josh has in the majors fly out of Yankee Stadium. He's hit a home run.
Lands on a Buick.
As has Paulie. Crushes through Todd Sr., whatever it is, the father's Buick. As he's visiting his fourth family who are in Long Island for some reason. So on a conference, I fall in love every time I see a woman. I drive a Buick. I've got nothing going for me. If someone looks at me the right way, I fall in love. Anyway. But that's how it ends. Paulie tips his cap to whoever, the audience,
That's
the
a
TV.
It's like a nod to Meatballs. What song was it with the baseball announcer and the Sandlot at the same time?
Meatloaf.
The one I'm talking about.
Yes, it's the one about Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. That's it. There it is.
Yes, that ending got me right back to that song.
Round and first.
Of course, I love you forever.
That's right.
Whatever I gotta say.
That's what I gotta say to make this happen. Oh, Meatloaf.
And the moral of this story is, if life hands you a bland Tuesday and the world smells like lukewarm gravy and despair, don't reach for the microwave. Run straight to your nearest Italian deli and ask him for a thick slice of gabagool. Because the human experience might just be waiting in that spicy meat.
That's right. And remember, true vitality isn't found in the greatest algorithm. It's found in the little things. A perfectly cooked manicotti, a baseball hit out of the park, messy passion, a real bulb of blessed garlic.
Make sure to tune in next week. We're launching a brand new Fast Five. We got a fresh lineup of beers, and you'll get to vote on which one becomes our next feature film.
Don't let the demons of everyday life get you down. Go taste something real. Stay alive. And for heaven's sake, Find a slice of joy that isn't pre-packaged.
Until then, peace.
Punch.
And for God's sake, use real garlic.
Real garlic, you gabagools.